Hey, this is Dredd 2PCG. This is a game between me and my friend. As you saw on the title card, it's Luke Cage versus Captain Marvel. I'm playing Captain Marvel and he's playing Luke Cage. So I'm gonna be putting on the right hand side the cards that are being played or cards I spotlight. And like for now, I'm gonna be spotlighting on the main characters. Like I said, he's playing Luke Cage. I'm playing Captain Marvel. So let's see. I think the first card pops up now. Luke Cage, level 1. 4 attack, 3 defense, can take 5 wounds. So I'm going to be talking about its superpowers when we hit level 2, but like the way it levels up to level 2 is during your build phase, you may pay any amount of resource points to give Luke Cage that much XP. So typically by turn 3 you can level it up and have 1 resource point left over. And when you level up, you get level 2 Luke Cage, which becomes a 6 attack, 6 defense. Okay, Pervious Skin, just like its supporting character version. If it gets stunned during this combat, if you pay the green, it doesn't get a wound. And its second superpower is Power Man, and if you pay a yellow during your build phase, you can search up a Iron Fist from your KO pile, hand, or deck and put it right onto the field. It's not costing a recruitment point, it's just costing a location. Level 1 Captain Marvel, 2-4, flight and range, 6 wounds. Levels up when it gains 4 XP. Gains the XP when it stuns an enemy character in combat. So when it levels up, you get level 2 Captain Marvel, same keywords, flight and range, becomes a 4-6, and its 2 superpowers are energy absorption, which main phase you pay a blue, you put a +1/+1 counter on Captain Marvel, equal +1/+1 character. Sorry. Basically, so you put a +1/+1 counter on Captain Marvel for each other range character on your side. And Sonic Blast, which during your main phase you play a red, which you put a -1/-1 counter on a enemy character, equal to the amount of +1/+1 counters on Captain Marvel. So I took the turn first. Turn 1 Cosmo, when it appears, choose an enemy character. It loses and can gain keyword and superpowers until Cosmo gets stunned or leaves play. It's a 1/3 range and it can only take 1 wound. So Cosmo is probably one of the best turn 1 plays you can do, because you basically shut down your opponent's main character. And now, like for Luke Cage, that's important because now even if I do stun it, now it can't pay the green to avoid getting the wound. And I think at this moment we were just discussing whether you can still like pay resource points in order to level up Luke Cage, and we're pretty sure you can. I think I asked later on Facebook page and they said yes, it doesn't negate the level up, it just negates keywords, and that's not like a keyword, it's a level up requirement. So I stunned Luke Cage because I became a 3/5, gain XP. So Captain Marvel is a great deck because you basically get to play with all the great range characters. As you'll see further, like it's mostly you get the benefit of having the A-Force's plot twists, and some of my favorite plot twists are from the A-Force is build a better world and you won't like her when she's angry, which helps out Captain Marvel get more +1/+1 characters. But most Captain Marvel decks splice in Guardians of the Galaxy as their sub-faction, because you get Rocket Raccoon, you get Cosmo, you get Yondu, and you get Star-Lord. So my turn 2, I play a Moonstone. Enemy characters can gain flight and they lose it. Flight range 3/2. It's pretty great because even if you have like 2 characters on the board and one of them doesn't have flight and they somehow stun your Captain Marvel, they still can't fly over because they lost flight. So they have to deal with your front line before they can get to your back. I attacked again, can't pay the green, unfortunately, especially since he does have the green. You can't see it on the video right now, but he does have the fortress in order to pay the green so he doesn't get a wound. But like I said, like with Captain Marvel, we get to play all the great range characters. And like Yondu, it's a 1/2, has range, obviously, can take 2 wounds, and you pay a red and you stun a supporting character with 3 or less. Usually it's a nice response against Cosmo, or if you're playing like the -1/-1 counters, it's a good response against Dagger, Electro. This okay, so Super Senses is Defender's plot twist. Basically, during combat, it gets +0, +5. So basically, it just doesn't get the attack doesn't go through. And I guess I was just debating if I wanted to use a plot twist in response. So from what I looked at his Luke Cage deck, it's basically trying to level up by turn 3 and have Iron Fist on the field. So like, even though he leveled up, he's a 6/6. My Captain Marvel character is a 6/8. So like I said, he's trying to search for Iron Fist, but because of Cosmo, he can't. Even though, so like Iron Fist is an amazing card. Basically, when it strikes, just stun the character. So it's a great. It's almost like a removal for the character. You may lose your Iron Fist, but your Luke Cage, you just pay the yellow and get Iron Fist out again. So like the Cosmo really did screw him up, because as you can, if you can see the locations he basically has one of each color that he already needed. He has the green for Luke Cage superpower. He has the yellow to search out Iron Fist, and he has the red to activate Iron Fist's ability. Iron Fist is the perfect answer for Captain Marvel, because it doesn't matter how much I boost up Captain Marvel, Iron Fist will still stun it and lose all those +1/+1 counters. Star-Lord was my 4-drop. Basically, now all my supporting characters are Guardians of the Galaxy, meaning they can all team attack now. So it's a 4/6, can take only 1 wound, and it has range. Oh, sorry, 3/6, and it has range. So now my Captain Marvel is a 10. I believe it's a 10/12 now. So like almost like he needs to draw into Iron Fist itself in order to just get rid of that Captain Marvel. And from what I remember from this game is he kept drawing all his big giant drops, like his turn 5, turn 6. So there's the red. Like, I haven't leveled up Captain Marvel. See, the red, you only don't just play it for Captain Marvel's second ability. You play it for Rocket Raccoon, so you get to put a card from your KO pile back to your hand. So essential plot twist, maybe another character that just got KO'd. So it's a 4/1 range. Again, like keeping up with the theme that this deck just plays range cards. So like it's a 10/12 now going against a 6/11. So I debated whether or not to play a plot twist, and I chose not to. And now I can team attack with Yondu, Star-Lord, and Rocket, which makes it it's an 8 attack going to his 6 defense. So this is gonna get in until he plays this plot twist. I think he's debating whether it's worth it to play the plot twist that he has in his hand. But like if he doesn't, Luke Cage just gets 4 wounds on it, just getting closer and closer to getting to that 5th one that just KOs his main character. So Shock to the System, probably one of the best non-team spell. -3, -0 to a character, and I just play Heroines of Arcadia, which basically gets +2/+0 to a team attack. So each character in the team attack gets +2/+0. So the shock to the system doesn't really do anything, but like before like that happened, like Shock to the System is probably the best generic plot twist in the game, because it just stops. It also stops Iron Fist because it's not striking if it's 0. So he doesn't have anything. I mean, this is turn 5. He'll put something else, but he doesn't have like a turn 5 that just stops everything. Like he has like Rogue, Phoenix. So that's the game. Hey, if you like the format, leave a like below. Leave a comment if you think this format's the way I should be doing it. If not, I'll figure out another format. This game was recorded pre-Aliens, so like now we have both me and him have Alien sets. So we'll try to figure out when to start recording more games. I really do want to put more games up on the channel. So I'll put a deck tech on that Captain Marvel Captain Marvel deck. I haven't really changed it since Aliens, so I'll do what the video had, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be changing soon. So that's the game. I'm Dredd2PCG. If you liked the video, again, just leave a like, share it. Thanks for watching, and fight on.